Tying the beat for Virginia at 40-91 for these schools in Section 2. Let's start there for Taylor, the freshman. Robinson for Duke on the outside, left side of your screen. KJ Tillman is to his inside.
Duke is off to a very good start. Masabi there, handing off to Florida State. They have a good handoff. It's still Duke, but Florida State's going to get him on the curve here, I think. Florida State coming into Pittsburgh coming into the picture too.
Danzig going to Moss. Moss and Brown going toe-to-toe. It is Moss out in front for Florida State. Brown's in second. Miami in third. And it will be Florida State to take it. The men's champ on the outside as well. Johnson for Pitt.
Braylon Baker of Duke was also running the 200 a little bit later.
Julia Jackson also there as well here in the 400. Steve Martin's on the outside. Tate next to her, the second best freshman time in the conference coming in. Libbard. Yep.
Libbard looking best right now.
Libbard, fifth of the ACC indoors of the 400 that we called in Louisville. She's out in front for Florida State. Kelia Libbard out in front. You can see Bob as well.
Is second.
Yep. Libbard closing it on the final 100.
Williams trying to get Bob, and here comes
Baker as well. Bob and Libbard. How about this move by Bob? Caitlin Bob, Virginia Tech's got it. In the women's 400, inside 100 to go. Bob takes it.
Great finish.
Well, Caitlin, congratulations. Inside 100, you and Libbard for Florida State. What did you see over at lane number 6 with Libbard, and then when you blazed past her for the title?
Really, I just wanted to win. So, I didn't see anything except for the finish line, and I just kept pushing my arms and got there, thank God. But that's all I really wanted to do.
Nothing wrong with just winning. Great job, though. I mean, a PR, it was so impressive. You went to your arms, and you just were strong down the stretch.
I mean, hey, man, I'm only 5'2", 120 pounds, so I got to do what I got to do to keep up with these amazing girls. So this is what we have to do today.
Well, Caitlin, you're amazing to watch. Congratulations and another title under your belt. That's Caitlin Bob for Virginia Tech winning in the women's. Danzig, good. Got on very well here to start the 400. Outside Faye.
Franks is running really well in 7.
Mount Sinai, New York, a transfer from Stony Brook. Got Faye on the outside for the Waxhaw, North Carolina native, an outdoor state champ in the 400. North Carolina 4A.
And now Taylor of Duke into the picture.
Franks still out in front, second. The 200 indoors.
Danzig now in 4.
Comes Danzig with the crowd looking on. Danzig out in front over Taylor, then Franks. Mackay Danzig for Florida State in the 400s. And points for this one. You got Sumner from Clemson. We saw her earlier as well. 200 underway.
Can't rule out Lindsey Butler or Lauren Tolbert either.
Yep.
Butler of Virginia Tech and Tolbert of Duke. Tolbert to Duke on the way outside in that white bow behind her head. Roshan Willis out with her.
Yep, Tolbert took 8th in the 800 indoors in Louisville. Again, Chep the Gedich, the storyline, she is trying to defend her 800 title. She won this as a freshman last year at 202.88 in Atlanta. Willis still out in front.
With Tolbert right off her shoulder. They went out in 27 seconds. That's certainly sub-2-minute pace.
Chep the Gedich, the defending champ. Norm is in third. To her right is Paige. Paige, as you mentioned, Norm, last year was the runner-up in the 800s.
Grissom of Miami in 4th on the inside. And then Butler back in 6th. Okay, coming up in the quarter, 1 lap to go.
At the bell, it is Willis out in front. Tolbert right behind her for Duke. Chep the Gedich on the outside running 3rd. Paige right behind her in 4th. Get Roisin Willis out in front for Stanford.
Running 58.10 through the 400 meters. Kind of like 156 pace with a little quick math. It'll be very doubtful if they can come back that fast, but man, they are definitely in position to bring a bunch under 2 minutes.
Watch Paige on the backstretch, Norm. Left side of your screen, she's right behind Chep the Gedich. As Roisin Willis out in front handling this curve. She leads for Stanford. 13th best 800 time in the country coming in. She's in first. Here comes Chepnogorich to her outside, handling this curve.
Paige also still in it. It's a three-person race.
Here comes Paige blazing on the outside too. Chepnogorich takes the lead inside 100. Chepnogorich, Willis, Paige in third. Chepnogorich trying to defend her title for Clemson.
Paige is going to get second.
Chepnogorich takes it for the Clemson Tide. Swanepoel gets off really good here. Last year, second to Therese Roden of Clemson.
Out well is Patrick Toohey on the inside for NC State. He got second in the indoor meet. A big surprise. He spent 4 years at Fordham and now transfer for his final season of eligibility to NC State. He won't be in the lead, though, off the break. That's going to go to Christian Jackson, hip number 6, with Plant right behind him. So it's Jackson, Plant, and Toohey early. Kawhi running now on the shoulders of Toohey.
Jackson third, ACC 800 indoors in Louisville. Right over Nicholas Plant, coming in with the 14th best 800 time in the country. Norm mentioned Toohey. You got Kawhi as well. Toohey, of course, the brother of the star Caitlin Toohey, as well, a transfer from Fordham. At the bell.
If Wake Forest is going to win an ACC title, Swanepoel has to get moving quickly. He's in 5th.
It's Jackson out in front, though. Plant is in second. Kawhi on the outside. In 4th is Patrick Toohey. Swanepoel is in 5th, as Norm stated.
Jackson takes it out in 51 flat. That's flying in college.
Christian Jackson and see Plants along this curve start to take the lead. Canfield, Ohio, won the 800 ACC indoors.
A 1-2 finish for Virginia Tech will go a long way to a team title for them.
Got the two Hokies out in front. Jackson leading Plant. Kawhi on the outside in 3rd. Here comes Kawhi.
Plant is stressed out. He is not going to beat Kawhi.
Jackson and Kawhi. Christian Jackson trying to hold his ground towards the finish. He's got it for the Hokies. Christian Jackson at 1:44.83 for Virginia Tech.
Wow, I guess I got to keep saying that. That is fantastic for Christian Jackson.
And that's #1 in the nation for Jackson.
With fastest 400, fastest 800 in the nation this year. It's also, of course, a meet record in this super great middle distance comp.
You made that move. You saw Toohey at one point. You saw your teammate as well. And then Kawhi for Clemson came on stride for stride with you, but you outlasted him to the finish.
Yeah, I mean, I ran here maybe about a month ago, and after the race, my coach Ben Thomas and I were talking, and we knew I'm the kind of guy who's going to have to go out and just hold everyone off, because these guys in this field got some strong kicks, man. So it's really just about getting out fast and going.
Well, 51 flat seemed to be fast enough.
Yeah, it was good.
What were you thinking? Did you hear that split?
I heard that split, and I was like, all right, this is the plan. Now we just got to keep executing. Just execute.
You've been executing perfectly. Christian, congratulations on an 800 title.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And points
in here. You know, sometimes in high schools they have these races called meets of champions. Well, this event is the event of champions here, with 4 of them. And that's an incredible stat. I don't think that's ever. I don't think we've ever seen everybody who won an earlier event enter in the 5K. Sometimes they'll come back and pace or something, but that's how good this ACC has gotten. You know, everybody can see themselves winning the event, and they want to race.
That's a really good point. Race. Yeah. Kip Meyer, I like that they're sticking it out there, and you know, we have someone who's fresh in Hartman, who's out in front. Just took a look at her watch. With Kennedy running second. Hartman's out in front.
I just want to bring up one more time about Robke of Louisville. They do not have a competitive 4x4, so this is really their last chance to put and run the steeple. Got 4th in the 10K, and that apparently was enough for this weekend. Ethan Strand, though, is in the race, and so is Parker Wolf, with UNC trying to go full on for a team title. We don't know the exact math yet, but they could probably do it if they can go either 1-3 or 2-4 or something like that. There's some combination that UNC can keep active in this race. And if you notice, they send Neal out to the lead to kind of make it go a little bit quicker. But hope springs eternal. And I guess when you have a potential ACC title, you're going to find a way to run faster. We're underway here in this first section.
Okay, here we go for the first leg. Out in front, Louisville
will run
on the outside.
And Tony.
Yep. Knoll for Georgia Tech, Murphy for SMU, Bernard the first leg for Boston College. Georgia Tech out in front with Sarah Knoll. Coming on for BC is Bernard. Sonsini will run the next leg. Georgia Tech out in front. Boston College in second. Now Boston College takes the lead with Kylie Bernard.
Note of interest, Pittsburgh is a scratch in heat number 2, so the winner of this heat will automatically get a scoring place.
Yep.
So at least 1 point on the line here in this heat.
Good exchange, Norm, to Anna Sonsini for Boston College running this second leg. She's out in front. Georgia Tech with Woods is in second in the 4x4.
Boston College has not been on the scoreboard, I don't think, at all on the women's side, so this could be avoiding the goose egg for the Eagles.
Sonsini at the 10th best ACC time, part of the quartet in the 4x4 coming into the meet. Out in front, here comes Bob. Remember Bob won earlier that we called it the championship. She's running a strong second leg for Virginia Tech.
She's going to take the lead is what she's going to do.
Fantastic from Caitlin Bob.
We'll get you a split as soon as it comes up.
Star Price running that third leg for Virginia Tech. The Hokies out in front.
Bob's third quality leg. Actually, we don't get the auto splits on the second leg because of the way the handoff made.
We'll also watch out for Louisville as it relates to the women's team scores, but it is Virginia Tech out in front. Boston College in second right now with Becker. Star Price front for the Hokies.
Lindsey Butler will run her final ACC race as the anchor for Virginia Tech.
Oval running third, by the way.
Star Price gonna get that stick in the lead for Butler.
Also is running that third leg. We're coming up on the anchor leg with Virginia Tech in the 4x4. This is section 1 of 2. Tech, as Norm stated, will go to Butler. Here's the exchange. It's a good one at the bell here for Butler.
Butler's run so many quality ACC laps over the last 5 years. This is the last time she's running around an oval in the ACC competition.
How about Canty trying to catch her for Boston College? Louisville's in third. Here comes Canty on the backstretch for BC. Butler trying to maintain her lead in the 4x4. Canty right behind her. Louisville right now is in third with Sophia Day.
Interesting juxtaposition here. Butler is more of a miler than a quarter miler, but obviously she can run close to 2 minutes. She's going to eke out the win here in Heat 1. Keep Boston College off the scoreboard and give Virginia Tech just 1 more point.
So Lindsey Butler
1 more point
will take the anchor leg for Virginia Tech. In section 1, it will be BC 2, and then Louisville.
Off the relay for Duke. We'll see if it's a good one.
Faye for UNC. Clayton for Duke, leading off. Good. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Faye pulls up.
Who? Who pulled up?
UNC.
Oh no!
But he's still in. Oh my goodness! It was a bad start though. We'll get another look.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have struggle to finish.
Oh my
here.
goodness!
What a break!
Look at UNC left side of your screen.
Wow.
Oh my!
You don't want to see that.
Yep, he is slowing down, Norm.
Yep.
Oh my! And here's Clayton though.
Clayton
will continue.
Clayton and Cal on the inside. So Duke is in front for the 3 teams that count. And Pittsburgh in the overall lead.
Comes the second leg. Langston for Duke.
Langston, Duke probably in third now behind Virginia Tech. But Pittsburgh way out front. Pittsburgh. Duke is not running well. They're getting blown away by a lot of people. They are in front of UNC,
but expected Miami to do this too.
Cal, though, is in front of Duke. That's the problem for the Blue Devils.
Yep. So keep an eye on Cal now for a late development. That's Lippert. He is running third right now.
Oh, and the Duke runner Langston looks like he's struggling. UNC is out of it, but
this is quite a development in the 4x4.
And Cal's in fourth now. But Duke is struggling. They got to get the stick off.
Fish
Cal.
for
Now
Virginia.
finally Duke gets it.
Coming out there to your picture. Here's North Carolina, the end after that poor start. Cal
So
right now running second.
Cal
Schwarzkopf is there.
133.10 for Cal. 134.48 for Duke. So Duke's a second and a half back of Cal.
That's Harrington who's out in front for the Hokies.
Clemson in fourth. Miami in third.
Pitt running second. Yep, there's Cal in
Oh,
fifth.
here comes Duke up on Cal.
This is a good comeback from Joseph Taylor, the phenom freshman. How about Taylor going from fifth? Now he's in fourth. Pitt is going to have the lead over Virginia Tech. Going into the anchor, here we go for Pitt. Here comes Devin Nugent. But where is Duke right now?
Well, Duke's in front of Cal.
Yeah, that's
They're in
Caleb
fourth.
Robinson. He's in fourth.
Cal's right behind Duke. But if Duke beats them by one, that's... And UNC's not... Yeah, Duke, this is looking really good for the Devils right now.
That was a strong third leg. Remember that, Norm, for Joseph Taylor of Duke. Here's Caleb Robinson for the Blue
Joseph
Devils.
Taylor, 44.93.
That's an incredible split.
What a
leg.
meet he's had.
Yep.
All right, here comes Duke.
Caleb Robinson trying to beat Danzy. Nugent as well. Word on the inside. Duke trying to get a team title. Nugent's second section of the 4x4 will
Duke's
take it for
gonna win
Pitt,
the team
but Duke's
title.
going to take it. They finished third in the 4x4.